Hello, you wonderful and terrible people of YouTube, because let's face it, some of you are pretty crappy people. You might want to evaluate your life. Now, who's this person saying that you're a crappy person? That's Jason. So, what's Jason doing here? Who is he? Well, just a guy. I'm really into movies now. I actually haven't really been much of a movie aficionado in the past. Pretty much just this year I started actually collecting movies, and I've got a decent collection so far. A very wide range of genres, and well, mostly action, of course, but that's just how I roll. But I cover most of the bases. So I'm just gonna start going through my whole Blu Ray collection, and it might take a while. I might talk about some of them. I don't plan on talking about all of them, and a lot of them I actually haven't even seen yet. So I'll get to it. These are in no specific order. I think I'm just going to go through my Amores first. I got them on a little rack right here. And without further ado, let's get going. First off, I actually got these for Christmas, and I was really happy to get them. That's Terminator and Terminator 2. Terminator. Can MGM stop putting their cardboard cutouts on all these movies? Because I always take them off and then it always leaves a little indent on here, and it drives me nuts. But whatever. Next up, have The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. I actually really love the chemistry in this movie. Will Ferrell's pretty funny. Anchorman is my favorite movie of his. Second is this, actually. I really like this movie. Now, a very underrated Scorsese film, The King of Comedy. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's a pretty short movie. Definitely worth your time. Next up, David Fincher's Seven. It's a classic. Like, most of David Fincher's films are going to end up being classics. Maybe not The Social Network, but yeah. Next up, I have the Man with No Name trilogy, all individual though. Fistful Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Classics. Good, Bad, the Ugly, definitely. I don't know why I don't have the 7 and this together in my stack, but Zodiac. I really like this cover. It's like the letter, like a Zodiac letter. Same with the back, upside down. Nice release. Very cheap at Best Buy. Now, I actually just marathoned these back to back, and it was insane. Like, my action meter and testosterone level of I'm gonna kill someone rose high. Like, I felt like I could do anything. But that's The Raid, Redemption, and The Raid 2. Raid 2, man, this movie stepped it up. Like, it is one of the best movies of the year, without a doubt, really. Next up, not a terrible movie, but Prometheus. Good movie. I like switching sides. I don't know. But Prometheus, solid. I've yet to watch this, but The Fault in Our Stars. I got this, I think I bought this at FYE because, you know, it's normally $20 anywhere, but then, since I bought this for $20, I also got another one for $1, so another $20 movie, so that worked out. Next up, Need for Speed, Aaron Paul. It was good. Some ridiculous scenes, like the helicopter picking up the car. It was cool, but totally unlikely. Next up, Freedom! Freedom! Braveheart. Braveheart is a great movie, okay? Scotland! Scotland, Scotland, Scotland! Next up, not from Scotland, 500 Days of Summer. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel are perfect in this movie, and I just love the premise. It's not a perfect love story. There's flaws. There's problems in the world, okay? Okay, kids. Next up is one of my biggest guilty pleasure movies. Pitch Perfect. I think this movie is so funny. The music is great. I love acapella, so it's perfect mix. And Anna Kendrick is a babe, so. Next up, I haven't seen this movie yet. Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood. I picked this up a long time ago. I've been meaning to watch it. It's on Netflix. I just gotta watch it sometime. I think I remember it getting Oscar buzz or awards. Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis won an Oscar for it, for Best Actor. Next up, 300, and 300: A Rise of an Empire. Spartans, what is your profession? Tonight, we dine in hell. Other quotes. Next up, film from this year that starred Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley, Begin Again. This movie, I don't see many people talking about it really, but this was definitely an underrated film that deserved a lot more attention than it got. The chemistry between Ruffalo and Knightley are great. It's just a good movie. The premise is nice. It's not like a perfect movie, but it's good. Next, Predators. The Matrix, what is there to say? We don't talk about this. Hurt Locker, great Wahlberg film. Not directed by Wahlberg, but you know. You know. Another Wahlberg. Yeah, that's right next. Lone Survivor. Got this Black Friday really cheap. $7, I think. Oh, I just like threw all my movies. Next, Divergent. It was good. I liked it, okay? I like it. The book was good. That was good. It's not a Hunger Games ripoff. It's different. A little bit. Don't fight me. Next up, Mud. Matthew McConaughey blows it out of the water like always. Definitely one of the movies that helped his recent rise in fame. Not fame, but you know, rise in work. Next, I've actually never seen this movie all the way through. Forrest Gump. I've probably seen the whole movie, just not in one sitting. Next, I've never seen any of these movies, but that's the Riddick Collection. I think they came out with a new collection right after I got this, so. But this is nice. It has all of them, even that third weird one, and it's just on DVD. I don't know if it's like a short film or something, but whatever. Next we have Akira, my one anime movie. It's a really good movie. I heard that this was completely hand-drawn, but I'm not smart, so who knows. Next, this is cheap at Walmart right now, Garden State. If you haven't seen it, definitely just go pick it up on Walmart. It's a great time. It's just a fun time. The first movie directed by Zach Braff. Next up, Psycho, classic. I haven't watched this release of it yet, so I don't know if it's any different than anything else, but yeah. And next, The Departed, Scorsese, one of the best directors of our time. That's just, he's great. Like, every single one of his movies are good. Now, not so great movies, but it doesn't deserve as much hate. The Counselor, same story with Garden State. This is really cheap at Walmart. I've just picked it up. I really wanted to see it when it was not even out in theaters, but I guess it didn't turn out too well. Next, Vantage Point. This is a very good suspense movie. Very underrated movie. My mom was making potatoes, and she came up to my room, started watching this movie, burnt the potatoes. That means she was so into the movie that she didn't go downstairs to check on the potatoes. Get it? Next, a war movie I definitely should have seen, but I have not, and I've been meaning to, but war movies are hard to watch, okay? War is not a great thing. But that's Platoon. Charlie Sheen, and who else? You know, those people. Willem Dafoe, that's his name. I always forget his name. But I always want to go, Willem. Willem Dafoe! Willem. Willem. Now this is the first movie you've seen in my collection by Wes Anderson. But Wes Anderson is my favorite director almost. I keep saying he's my favorite, and then I keep taking it back a little, saying he's not quite my favorite, but one of my favorites. But I have a lot of his movies, not all of them though. But Moonrise Kingdom was great. Next, the only movie that should exist in the franchise, Taken, the good one. It's great. It's Liam Neeson. It's how Liam Neeson should be, and that's how he should have stayed. Don't do Taken 2 and 3. Jeez. Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank. Next, Ben Affleck, The Town. Really good movie, well directed, well shot, good premise, fun movie, just a fun movie. Next, a very emotional movie that I think a lot of teenagers should watch to understand like how other people go through different struggles than just their own, and they might not realize what's going on in other people's lives. But The Perks of Being a Wallflower, definitely a good watch for anyone, but especially teenagers. Check it out. Next, Zero Dark 30, great movie, a little slow-paced, but very relevant and well-directed movie. Horrible Bosses, watch this one before you watch Horrible Bosses 2. Marathon them, because there's a lot of inside jokes that are in Horrible Bosses 2 that reference this movie that you probably won't pick up on if you don't watch this recently. So definitely do that. Next, Funny People, a sort of comedy, dramedy, I guess. Actually, I can't really stand Adam Sandler in this movie, so it's not that great of a movie. Yeah. Next up, I haven't watched this because I'm not a big horror guy. Like, horror's just not my thing. I'll watch horror with my friends sometimes, but The Ring, I know it's classic, kind of, but I definitely need to check it out, and I haven't. Next, you could call this horror, but Ted, having a little teddy bear following you around your whole life. Isn't that a little scary? Someone needs Jesus. Next up, 30 Minutes or Less. A good comedy. Like, I don't know why people bashed this movie so much, but I think it deserved a watch. I'd watch it again, too. Next, Frank Miller's Sin City. I have yet to watch Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For. I might pick it up sometime. I don't know. I'm just not big into the Sin City franchise. Next, Moneyball. I'm a big baseball fan, but my team's the Kansas City Royals, and we don't really get along with the Oakland A's, so, Okay, we get along with the Oakland A's, just not, they're not our friends. Anyways, Zombieland. I think Zombieland will be a classic, like, comedy. It has a cult following almost, but yeah. And then this is an interesting title to take a break on, but The Day After Tomorrow. Is it Jake Gyllenhaal or Ryan Reynolds in this? Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is in this movie as a littler kid, teenager, and it's kind of funny to see him. that young. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this video and go take care of my dog. And I'm back. My little puppy was outside, and I had to let him in and give him a treat, and then put him in the kennel. Anyways, moving on. Still in the Amores. I just picked these up a few days ago. I'm getting a phone call. Okay. I am back to these two that I tried to introduce. But first, I got these at FYE used, and I'm surprised I didn't have them earlier, but had to pick them up anyways. And that's Inglourious Bastards. This is without any slipcover or anything, just that. And Drive. Drive, I hear, is definitely up my alley, because I loved Nightcrawler this year. And I know Drive's older, but I definitely need to check it out, because I haven't yet. So, moving on. I gotta go get me some other Amores. Here we go. Next up, one of the greatest movies of all time. Fantastic Four 1 and 2. Yeah, the double pack. Chris Evans as the Human Torch. And Jessica Alba, not Biel. Jessica Alba as Naked Invisible Girl. Blah. That's all I really care about. Yeah, sorry. Next, my other few horror films that I have. The Possession, The Cabin in the Woods, and Sinister. I've seen the bottom two. Have not seen The Possession. Not really too keen on it. Sinister was really creepy though, and Cabin in the Woods was funny, so that's cool. Now, I didn't even know this movie existed until I bought it, and still haven't even watched it, but Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, the film about 9/11, and Tom Hanks gets like 2 minutes of screen time. Yeah. I watched this for like 5 minutes and just never really got into it. Ooh, now for some Bond films. Starting off with the newer ones, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and then just random ones from Sean Connery, I guess. Ugh, let me just burp all over here. You Only Live Twice, Goldfinger, Golden Eye, From Russia with Love, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the one with that one guy who no one remembers. And that's it. Next up, can DiCaprio just get a freaking Oscar already? He didn't do anything this year, really, but The Great Gatsby. This was a great performance, but no, he don't get crap for anything. Except he'll get a Golden Globe every once in a while. But, not, heaven forbid an Oscar. Next, I am missing Batman Begins, but Dark Knight. I wish I had a slipcover for this, but I don't, so sad day. Ooh, I gotta find my slipcover for this. Dark Knight Rises. I have the lenticular cover for this, but I probably broke it. I'm an idiot. Next, kind of underrated, Disturbia. Some people might like it, some might not, but I guess it's based off of Rear Window. But I actually haven't seen the whole movie of this, but I have seen Rear Window all the way through. Cool. I'm so versed in my cinema. Next, Crazy Stupid Love. Very Funny movie. It was funny, and Steve Carell plays not quite Steve Carell, but a little Steve Carell. Or I could just say he plays Michael Scott or not in all his movies. Looking forward to seeing Foxcatcher, though, where he does not play any sort of Steve Carell. Anyways, speaking of heartwarming stories, I don't know where the speaking of came from, but 50-50, really funny cancer movie. What's sad is I actually do laugh about cancer sometimes with my friends. We're kind of horrible people, but not really, so I don't feel bad for laughing at this. 50-50. I hate my life. 50-50, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a guy with cancer. Like, you think he does have cancer. He's a really good actor. And then, one of the main reasons I really wanted to watch this movie is because Anna Kendrick had a big part in it. So, I just love watching her on screen. Next up, a classic movie that I have never seen, and apparently everyone in the world has, Dead Poets Society. And all I know is there's suicide in it. And you know, sometimes you just don't want to watch people kill themselves. Okay? Okay. Jeez. Too much to ask. Next, directed and written and co-starring Tom Hanks. That Thing You Do. I have not seen anyone have this in their collection, but I really think people should watch this movie. It's really just a great time. Like, you kick back and you just forget about all your troubles when you're watching That Thing You Do. There's, like, no big problem in the movie, and it's just a one-hit wonder band just going on tour, kind of. And then, since they're one-hit wonder, the band breaking up, and then this guy steals this guy's girl, and blah blah blah. But this has, like, the extended cut, which has, like, at least 30 extra minutes of the movie. And I grew up with this film, and I saw the extra 30 minutes for the first time on this, and it was a whole different experience. As you can tell, I love that movie. One of the best movies from last year that I really should have watched. Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks again. I just should watch it, but I have not, so whatever, whatever. And then, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Alright, no one kill me. No one kill me. I started watching Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And I'm trying to tread lightly. It just wasn't that great of a movie. To call a movie like Rise of the Planet of the Apes the best movie of the year, and then to call Dawn of the Planet of the Apes this year the best movie of the year? Are you kidding me? It's not... There's so much more to movies than just apes with guns. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, that's it for all my amores. So now, well, I think, now I'm going to go on to my slipcovers, but first, we got to get these crappy ones out of the way. The movies aren't crappy, but the casing is. I got Star Trek Into Darkness and Get Smart on these rental cases that I really need to replace. And, yeah. Rest in peace, Blockbuster. You are my greatest friend. Actually, okay, if Blockbuster was still around today, I would be there all the freaking time. Like, I could Redbox stuff, but it seems like every single Redbox in my area has been ravaged to nothing. So, I miss Blockbuster. Come back. or I guess I just need some sort of rental some rental place around my town, but there are none. None. I guess Family Video has some rentals, but I don't have Family Video. So, anyways, struggles of Kansas City. Struggles of Kansas City. I'll probably cut me getting these movies out. Actually, they're not even movies. So next up, we have my television series, which consists of 4 different shows. And here we go. First, we got seasons 3 through 7 of The Big Bang Theory. I love the show, one of my favorite sitcoms, but it's been a very interesting experience watching all of these, as well as watching Friends, and, well, since they added Friends on Netflix, and I just want my life to be like some of these sitcoms. Is that too much to ask for? Anyways, speaking of what you want your lives to be, Dragon Ball Z. Who doesn't want to be Goku? Except I would not want to be Goku, because how many times do you have to die? How many? Just stop. Stop. Actually kill other people without killing yourself, okay? But I only have season 1 and 2 of these, and most people like flipped out because they cropped this, but I could care less. What, I don't see the top of some people's hair? Whatever. I'm not hard to please, okay? I'm not hard to please. Next, Planet Earth. I got this just because I wanted to look at the beautiful Earth on a Blu Ray set. And it's great. Next, my favorite HBO show behind Game of Thrones, and that's True Detective. And True Detective, I don't know who has said anything bad about this movie. Not movie, TV show. Matthew McConaughey is so diverse, but yet so Matthew McConaughey. Because this is a completely different role for him. But Woody Harrelson kind of plays Woody Harrelson. But it's definitely a TV show worth checking out. Only 8 episodes, about an hour each. A full hour, not 40 minutes. But yeah, those are my TV shows. Keep burping. Alright, next. Slip covers. Oh my god! Oh. Alright, so next is my slipcovers, and still in no order. But to start off, X-Men Days of Future Past. Great movie, but not as great as people say it is. Let me tell you, I just kind of have a thing against superhero movies, but I will watch every single one of them and enjoy it. I just don't think they deserve as much acclaim because it's kind of the same formula for every superhero movie. It's just... I'm not burnt out on superheroes, but I'm burnt out on superheroes, okay? Next, a movie that a lot of people don't like because people say funding it through Kickstarter was stealing and just kind of not, I don't know, it just wasn't that great for how much money it made. But I really enjoyed the movie. That's I Wish I Was Here, or just Wish I Was Here. Directed by Zach Braff. I loved Garden State, so I have to pick this up. And Zach Braff is a great actor, kind of. He plays the same thing every time, but yeah, I enjoy Zach Braff. Scrubs is one of my favorite TV shows, and that's just how it is. Next, another one of my favorites of the year is Snowpiercer. Most people have talked about how this is a surprising, great movie that you didn't see coming. If you haven't watched it, just watch it on Netflix. It's good. It's good. And of course, I love this little open the train or open the cover and see the train, and open the steeple and there's all the people. Next up, the 20th anniversary edition of The Sandlot. Childhood in a nutshell, Sandlot. I am glad that the slipcover is a different cover, because I don't like that cover. Sure, it's just so innocent, but I like plain covers that are yet very profound. Get that? I'm deep. So yeah, just the baseball
I
is
love it.
all you really need to know about. Now, one of my favorites of 2013, her, Angelina Jolie voices a great operating system, okay? If I could hop on my computer and have her talk to me all day, I would do it, okay? He's just talking to Scarlett Johansson. It's not an operating system. This is not a movie about him falling in love with an operating system. It's him falling in love with Scarlett Johansson's voice, okay? If it was just, hi, this is Microsoft Sam, he would not fall in love, okay? Okay. Next, another one of my favorites of 2013. That's Prisoners. This movie is insane. I decided to put the movie in at midnight on a school night. I had a class at like 8 the next day, I think. Yeah, that was when I had that morning class. And I threw it in and couldn't fall asleep, and I just stayed till the end of the movie. And then I stayed up for an additional 2 hours thinking about the movie. So, take that, cinema. I don't know why I said take that, cinema, and just take that, bad filmmakers. Oh yeah, this one too. The Place Beyond the Pines. 2013 was a pretty good year for lower known films. But The Place Beyond the Pines has the 2 or 3 storylines that are very good. Well done movie, well directed, and Ryan Gosling is not that hot, okay? I'm straight though. Next, all the Lethal Weapons. It's Lethal Weapon. I watched Lethal Weapon 1 and Die Hard 1 in one day, right after Thanksgiving, to start off my Christmas season. Nothing like it. Next, still haven't watched this either. Riddick. I gotta watch the other ones, but I'll get to it. Riddick. I heard this is pretty good. Speaking of movies no one likes, A 5-Year Engagement. I don't think anyone likes this movie, but I picked it up and liked it because it has Jason Segel, Chris Pratt, and Alison Brie. Alison Brie, like, sorry, I was looking at her. Yeah, that's all she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. That's all I can say. V for Vendetta. Really good movie. Great superhero, not superhero movie. And remember the 5th of November. Ha ha ha. Now, one of my most recent purchases, and congratulations on the Golden Globe for Best Drama in 2014, Boyhood. Richard Linklater's masterpiece. Very good movie. What's her name? Patricia Arquette, who also won a Golden Globe. She is something else. I'll tell you that. I definitely did not see the boy. I don't know the actors. They're not really big names, but the guy who plays the boy, from his boy stage, how he looked to when he looked at 18. What happened? He is not a very good-looking fella anymore. But anyways, another one of the best of the year this year is Edge of Tomorrow, which I don't think will get any sort of Oscar buzz. No one cared about it at the Golden Globes or anything, but Edge of Tomorrow, Live Die Repeat, it's a great movie, but most of you know that by now. It's just the marketing of this movie was terrible. I thought it was going to be a terrible movie when I saw the trailer, and the only reason I watched it is because other people said it was actually really fantastic, so yeah. Speaking of the Golden Globes, last year's winner, American Hustle, Amy Adams. I watched this movie for Amy Adams, okay? We'll just leave it at that. Another underrated movie, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Ben Stiller gives a really good performance. Other people don't give great performances, but the movie itself was really good, and the message is really good. And go listen when you're feeling a little lazy. Go listen to Step Out from that soundtrack. I'll probably insert an audio clip here, or not. Yeah. Another winner of the Golden Globes is The Grand Budapest Hotel. It won Best Picture in a Comedy or Musical or whatever. I guess you can call this a comedy. It was funny, but more of a dramedy. But there should just be a Wes Anderson-ish category. Like, if your movie is the most like Wes Anderson, then you win. And then when Wes Anderson comes up with a film, he'd just automatically win. That was pretty bad. Anyways. Next, The Hobbit 1. It's the only one I have. And it was okay. And then Star Trek. Really good movie. I've watched it so much that I kind of get burnt out on it. But I do feel like watching the second one more than the first one. But yeah. So let me make sure nothing dies. So those are all my slip covers. Now to the box sets. So now that I'm back, I realized that I had still some slipcover titles on top of my box sets. So, here we go. Transformers 4, Age of Extinction. I got it for $4. Neighbors, really funny movie, very enjoyable, just, it's worth a watch. Same with this, but a lot of people do not like this movie, but I'm a Seth MacFarlane fan, so A Million Ways to Die in the West, I've watched this 3 times. I like it, okay? And, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, I really like the movie. I love those awkward pauses after I do something stupid. And another movie that got a lot of hate but doesn't really deserve it, Godzilla. Very enjoyable. if you want to know why this is a good movie, go check out Josh Lewis in his Godzilla Explained / review thing. He explains why this is the best movie ever. Not really, but why it's a good movie. Alright, now to the box sets. I only have like 3 or 4. But first off, the Coen Brothers, and this has Blood Simple, Raising Arizona, Miller's Crossing, and Fargo. And all I've seen is Raising Arizona, which is my favorite Nick Cage movie, but yeah. I really need to watch Fargo at least. I don't think I'll be too keen on Blood Simple. I started watching it and I didn't really get into it. But I think Miller's Crossing could be a little better. I haven't even checked that one out at all, so who knows. Next, the Godfather, the Coppola Collection Restoration. Yeah, Restoration. Really good set. Very Criterion-y. I say that because it has an extra disc of the supplements, and they actually call it supplements instead of just bonus features. And it did come with this booklet. So very Criterion-y. Sure, it's not a very big booklet, but it's cool. The Godfather. Next we have the Alien Anthology. You still need to watch all of these. I really like the set though. I love these book sets. They're great. They're just great. And this is just a very sexy set. Next, the X-Men and Wolverine collection. I didn't own any of the X-Men movies before this, and my sister got every single X-Men movie for me for Christmas, which is pretty awesome. And it's all in this set, and then Days of Future Past. So, yeah, it's a nice set to have. It's really thin, but it still has every movie, so it's nice. And then the 25th anniversary edition of the Die Hard movies. This contains 1 through 4. The 4th one, what's it called? Die Hard with a Vengeance? No, Live Free or Die Hard? Die Hard with a Vengeance is the number 3rd. The number 3rd. It goes up to Live Free or Die Hard, but it does not have A Good Day to Die Hard, because that was not a good day to die hard. Puns, puns. And I can't get this in the case, so I'm sorry. There we go. Moving on. Ooh, wait. I just have a few Steelbooks, and then we'll move to a different video and check it out. It'll be my Criterion collection. So, I probably will forget to annotate it here, so don't expect anything to pop up when I do this. Yeah, cool. But anyways, next we have my 5 Steelbooks, I think, and that they are the Evil Dead Steelbook. I really like this. Great art, and this is horror cheese. Like, I was cracking up through the whole movie. I'm sorry. I'm not into horror in the first place, so I make fun of horror in the first. So I make fun of horror in the first place. That's a weird sentence. So, but The Evil Dead is just so cheesy. It's great. Next, a classic, The Big Lebowski. I was considering getting the newest Steelbook, but I don't know. It's not that great of art to buy it again. And then Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This is actually one of my favorite movies just to watch. Like, you have this playing at a party anytime, I'll be watching that the whole time. So, yeah. Next, the Lawless Steelbook. I did not mean to buy this when I bought it. I just meant to buy the movie, but it turned out to be a steelbook, so I'm not complaining. Cool art. Yeah. Oh, I have 6 steelbooks, not 5. The next is the Walmart exclusive Anchorman 1 and 2 steelbook. This is really cool. I love the art on it, and it has every version of every movie, including the R-rated version of Anchorman 2. So, that's nice. Who cares if it's on Netflix? I love having it on Blu Ray. Jeez, stop questioning me. And good old Tarantino, the Target exclusive Django Unchained steelbook. Very nice set. The Target exclusive also came with a bonus disc about the actors at Comic-Con that I just took out. It was too much space. I didn't like it. But, yeah. Great steelbook. Anyways, thanks for watching this very lengthy Blu Ray collection. But I hope you were at least entertained a little bit, or you enjoyed my collection, think it's cool, or you laughed at one of my jokes, or you just think I'm terrible and you're just gonna comment on how ugly my face is, how my glasses are crooked, and how my hair's not done right. So go ahead, just comment and be a terrible person, and I'll just take it all. I'll take it and still make videos and cry to myself, and I won't sleep tonight. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. I don't expect you to. I'm a sad sack.